I'm so excited. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to watch this. I want to introduce one of my amazing soul sister, Vanessa V. Welcome, welcome. And the reason why I wanted to share a bit of Vanessa as well with you is because I really want to for you to see the amazing people that are within this community and the soul tribe that I am bringing together. And so you know as well who we are, and if you relate to us, maybe you want to be part of our tribe, okay? And that's why I want my team as well and my sisters to share where they're at, who they are, what their values are, etc., etc. So my beautiful Wee, welcome.
Hello.
I'm a bit excited. How are you today?
I know, me too. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. Thank you for taking the time to do this with me and share a bit of yourself. So I would like you to share a bit of who you are, where you grew up, how's your life been up to this point. That's a lot.
What a spicy question. So first of all, I want to say thank you for allowing me to be here and share my story. My name's Vanessa. People call me V for short, just a nickname I've adapted over time. Who am I? I am a freedom fighter. I'm someone who believes in not following the status quo. I'm the black sheep of the family. I have always felt that I was born for greatness, and I was born for so much more than just existing in a matrix world. And I just, for me, the journey of my spiritual journey and my awakening of being aware of what's actually happening happened a long time ago. When I was younger, I had an out-of-body experience, which I couldn't explain for a very long time. And the supernatural world really fascinated me. I wanted to know more about it. I learnt very young about crystals and watched Oprah, and I've always been more connected with deeper souls and having deeper conversations. So generally for me growing up, it was a lot of older people. So for me, I really truly have for a long time believed that I'm part of something that's greater and bigger than myself. And even though to the degree of what I don't know what that is yet to its full capacity, I definitely am here to challenge the status quo and not go along with the narrative. So what excites me about being part of this group is that there are so many like-minded individuals, and they're the people I want in my tribe. I want to be surrounded by individuals who lift me up and make me feel good and are actually on the same page. It's just a much easier journey traveled with those who are like-minded.
100%. So what have you been doing work-wise throughout your journey?
So, I started out finishing school and getting into hospitality. So I was actually, I have an advanced diploma of hotel management and worked in hotels for a very long time. And then, yeah, so I've got a barista license. I've got, I know how to run a hotel. And for me, something didn't feel aligned. And, I didn't like the hours, but I loved the socialization. Like I've always been really good with people, have been in sales, have been doing lots of these different things. And then I moved into a corporate space where I worked in construction. So that's really my background on a professional, I guess, and a corporate level. And I definitely have felt for a very long time that is not in alignment with who I am. It's been a challenge for me living this dualistic life. And a beautiful friend of mine said the other day, like, I'm in the 3D, but I'm also in the 5D, and I'm learning how to navigate what that looks like simultaneously. And so about 7 years ago, I decided, no, I joined a spiritual development circle, and I was in a circle for about 2 years where I sat with other like-minded individuals who do have they're high gifted, very spiritual people, and learnt a lot about spirituality. And I felt and was told by my mentor that I was a natural. So I did let's not say a lot. I did some stage work where I was able to intuitively pick up messages for people. So that's something that not a lot of people know, that I did stage work, but I've done it and I loved it. And
Cool.
yeah, and since then, she taught me a lot about psychometry. She told me a lot about reading cards. She told me a lot about a lot of different things, and that was a real catalyst for me to go, right, I'm actually born for something more. I'm here to help people on a massive scale, and I don't know what that looks like, but I always had this yearning for more. So that's kind of where my spiritual gift started. I started getting downloads. I started having, very profound dreams. I read cards for people. I learned how to be a meditation teacher. So now I teach meditation at a beautiful studio where I can shine my light in another way. So, yeah, have I said enough? I think that's
Thank
yeah.
you. That's beautiful. I've learned as well stuff that I didn't know about you, so that's a bit
Yeah,
exciting.
yeah, thank you.
It's great to have this conversation, because then we do, learn more about each other, and as well, I don't know, you had skills in hospitality. That's how I grew up, in hospitality. So
Of course.
that's pretty cool. Another things we have in common,
Yeah,
and.
exactly.
Yeah. So that's pretty exciting. And I wanted to ask as well. So, what do you feel that you do want more of in your life?
I love it. Such a deep question. And this is what I love. I could talk all day about deep questions. And this is what I really enjoy teaching in my classes, is asking yourself more deeper questions. All of my students will know this. Journals is a must in my classes. For me, I really
There you go. My journal is just there.
oh, I
It's
love
just
that. That's
beautiful.
beautiful. I think I want to learn more. I want to understand to a deeper and a more spiritual level of why I'm here. I'm still on that journey, and I don't think that journey ever stops. But I definitely feel like I'm born for more, and I am craving more time freedom and financial flexibility to do that, to learn more about myself, to heal more parts of me, because let's be honest, when you're on a self-development journey, it never ends. When you peel the first layer of the onion, there is so many more layers that you're like, I had never anticipated that starting this journey, I would be forever learning. So I want time freedom and financial flexibility to be able to heal and help myself, but then in turn be able to share that wisdom and share that learning with other people and inspire other people to do the same, because we're not here to just exist. This realm was not created. I didn't come here to just pay a mortgage and do what society, government, and everyone else tells me I need to do. I'm not here for that. And I will never comply to that behavior ever, because there's so much more to life. And I feel that so deeply in my soul. I cannot explain it. I just feel like I'm here for so much more. And I won't
Yeah.
do it the traditional way. It's not an option.
No, and it's beautiful that you just say that, because going back to, I've just done a master class with a couple of master classes actually with Preston Smiles, and
Mm,
I feel you have the same thing that I do, and many of us do. It's like, the caterpillar, okay, and we are this caterpillar, and we know within that we're not meant to stay caterpillars. There is this soul call and craving to
mm,
expand and be more, and
mm.
just be everything that we're meant to be, and not just stop, because yeah, if you stop, you're dead. If we don't keep
Yeah.
learning and growing, you're not actually living life,
No.
which is a massive
And
thing.
I
And
want to leave a
yeah, go.
legacy for people, like I want to, people remember you by how you made them feel, not by what product you sold them.
100%. 100%. It is all
Like
about that, really.
people want to feel heard, validated, and seen. And I must say, for myself, having not experienced that to its fullest in my younger years, I want to be able to give that to people now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. 100%. So where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Oh, there's so many things. I am very, I don't like doing one thing. I think that's where we're very similar. I do lots of different things because it's not, I think it's a combination of, yes, I get bored, but I have so much to offer and I'm trying to offer that in many different ways because not every one way
Hmm.
is going to suit many people. So it's an opportunity to share my gifts in different ways with multiple streams of people. Does that make sense?
100%.
So for me,
100%.
what I would like to see myself um, running retreats and meditations on my own property, out in, having a beautiful bit of land, being completely self-sufficient with my partner, having, experiencing being a mum and the freedom of what that is every day and not having to conform to taking them to daycare and whatever. I'd like to see myself in 5 years' time having a family of my own where I can show up as my authentic self and provide them the gifts that I have acquired through experience over time.
Beautiful. By the way, I just got chills down my spine while we were talking about the retreats. Like, oh, we need to do something together with these retreats.
Absolutely. I'm all about it. Oh,
Oh,
I think
that's so
collaboration
nice.
is the new
Right.
black, right? I think
It is.
collaborating with people and connecting with people in this fashion has is making a comeback where people want connection.
Yeah. And on that note, I will go back to saying this. It's about the collaboration, and it's also
Mm,
the understanding that even though we might be doing exactly the same thing, we are not in competition, because
no.
what I bring to the table, even though it might be exactly the same topic, the way I'll explain it is going to be completely different from your take. And so
Mhm.
collaboration rather than competition for me is the way to go. And in everything really, because I say I do meditation as well, but the way I do meditation is going to be different from how you live the meditation. So we could do a
Mhm.
collaboration with two different meditations, one from you, one from me, and it's still gonna be beneficial, and it's gonna elevate in so many different ways. um
Mm.
so yeah, 100% on the collaboration and the creation of things, and bringing services and all our gifts and knowledge
Mm.
to the world, because we are here to shine,
My
for sure.
deepest belief is that even experiences, conversations, even things that we hear with our ears, even energy that we feel, is unlocking parts of us that need to be unlocked and activated. So that can be having a conversation or receiving a piece of music, or going to a particular place that you've never been to but is so familiar. For me, I want to experience these things too, to unlock more parts of me, to come back to myself, to really, it's this journey of self-discovery through experience that will unlock us, elevate our consciousness. And that is through receiving information via different forms, even though, yes, we're offering the same thing, but our transmission is different.
Correct. It's and I do want to highlight that, because even though we are even in the same business, again, we're not in competition. We are there to support each other and
Yeah.
to bring the messages in our own way. And I wanted to ask you another thing. What
Mm.
are some of your core values?
Oof. I think the one that stands out to me the most is integrity and respect. Coming from a European background, these things were always taught to me how important they are. But I've realized in my older years is that I embody these so much, and I keep myself to quite a high standard. If someone doesn't value my energy and my time and respect me, it's not coming back. If it's not in reciprocity, if our relationship, connection, and transmission is not in reciprocity, it's really not for me. And that's okay, because I've had friendships like this where it's not flowing so good. And that's okay. They've served their purpose for the time that it is. But it's this, it's respect and integrity for what you do every day. I hold myself to a really high standard with that. And they're probably the two biggest things that I feel I want to highlight in this moment, because I don't think that they're things that you can't teach that.
No, no, and yeah, we definitely need more of that, and that comes back as well to being our authentic self and
Yeah.
speak up when we need to, and know ourselves, know thyself. That's a big one for me. Know
Massive.
thyself. It's a massive one, and I
Mm.
do agree. It's all about reconnecting with oneself and remembering and finding our soul again. All the pieces of our soul that we left around the universe.
Yeah.
So
All the
for
fragments.
sure, yeah, and integrity and respect for me speaks a lot, a volume, because having had so many different businesses in so
Mm.
many different industries, that is integrity and honesty. It's something that lacks in a lot of
Mm.
industries, in
Yes.
many industries, and that's what, yeah, I don't really like, and that's what attracted me as well to what we are doing.
Mm.
And going now back to the business that we are doing together, what
Mm-hmm.
made you choose to do this? Because you have done other businesses and all sorts of things. So, like me, you've tried many different things. What was a few of the reasons why this was like, yeah, I'll need to check this out.
I think for me, the thing that stuck out was knowing who's my support network, first and foremost. So yourself, Tanya, because I know that you both embody the integrity and the respect, the community aspect, and the like-minded souls that are in this community. There are so many who also feel very strongly about living a life on your own terms. So this is a very consistent message that is covered in a lot of training, a lot of huddles, a lot of dialogue that we have. Living a life on your own terms. Once I saw that this is possible, and once this concept was presented to me, my whole body was a visceral yes, I want this too. And this was the only business that was presented to me in a very long time where I could actually see the map and the possibility of that for me. And actual can see the vision and can see the way in which I'm going to get there. So having seen this and understanding that, okay, I have a corporate job, I feel in polarity with what I want to do and where I want to be. And I feel like there's something deeper and something more that's calling me, that's more, it's more intentional, it's more purposeful. I was looking for a business that gave me all of the tools to get there. And so feeling unaligned in corporate world, feeling really aligned with my meditation and card readings, but it didn't give me the financial flexibility that I needed to be able to do more of this. Knowing and seeing that it's possible, I can't unsee it now. Like like I can't unsee that there are people in this business who are living their best life unattached to any system and living life on their own terms. They're traveling, they're doing this, they're doing that. They have no financial burden to say, I have to do something different. I like the idea that I'm going to live my life on my own terms and do what I want to do every day and what feels in alignment to me.
Amazing.
So, yeah, I can't move away from that. I can't unsee that now. It's too strong. So my heart was being pulled in this direction of aligning with great products, great people, community, like-minded, financial flexibility, and time freedom. I mean, where do I sign?
Amazing. And now you've been on this journey for a while. What have been your biggest struggle? Like let's do real talk, because it's beautiful talking and all seem la-di-da and fluffy, and but there are struggles. So let's be real about it.
Of course.
And that's why I'm asking you this.
And this is what the integrity falls into, right? So all BS aside, I found it really hard to change my mindset on how the other MLMs were working, where they were almost keeping the product a secret. It's like, no, we don't talk about the product. We're just going to lure people in and then tell them about the product. Whereas now we're really straight up and upfront and honest. We're like, this is what we have to offer. And I'm actually not shy about it because it's giving me great results. It's giving me my health and wellness back. I was sick for a very long time and I'm finally feeling good again. I can sleep better. I'm more hydrated. My digestion's improving. Again, we don't make any medical claims, but for me, for my own health and wellness journey, it was just a no-brainer. I lost my train of thought because I'm so excited about what we're talking about.
That's okay. Struggles. What were your struggles? What have you been struggling with? What have been the struggles within this journey?
Yeah. So for me is readjusting the way in which we approach and market ourselves, because previous MLMs are like, keeping this secret, I'm not going to tell you what it is. Or they're like their business model of hammering people and getting into DMs and cold calling and all sorts. It just felt gross. So for me, it was like, no, we don't do it this way. You got to simplify it. This is an opportunity for us to be ourselves online as we are. There's no one telling us we have to be or dress or look or be a certain way. And you attract people to you through being. And I was like, what? I can do this? So for me, it was just rewiring that pattern, but also, the fear of you know, how the time for me, it was time. How am I going to etch more time into, because everything that we put into the business, we get out. If you put in 20%, you get back 20%. If you put in 90%, you're going to get back 90%. And so relearning that whole process and that whole structure was a challenge for me, and being coachable. I found myself being so stuck in the way that I used to do it that I'm not as coachable as I thought I was. And I have more money blocks than I think. And I think the other thing is, I noticed that in life, I'm existing for everyone else, but I've really put a pause on myself. And this platform gives me an opportunity to work on my self-belief, to work on my money blocks, to be able to listen to other people who have experience in sales and marketing. I thought I knew everything about being live on Facebook and doing reels and going on TikTok, you know, having TikTok video gone viral of 136,000 people without expectation. All right. It was a very controversial video, but that kind of scared me. When I had that exposure, I was like, oh, I don't know if I can hold the energy of being seen like that. And so these were a few of my struggles, and finding the time when I'm working in a corporate job to be able to devote this time to my business. But through conversation and learning, you know what, if you want something bad enough, you'll make it work. So we've been able to talk through these challenges, which has been so good, you know, showing up online, listening to podcasts in the car. I don't listen to music anymore. I don't watch Netflix anymore, because I'm devoted to my business and I'm devoted to what I want my reality to look like.
100%. Oh my God, that's music to my ears. But no, thank you for sharing your struggle, because I reckon a lot of us have the same struggles, and it's beautiful. I would say that this is not just a business, what we've been doing, but it's full on growth, because the ability as well of you to observe, and kudos to you that you thought you were coachable, but you weren't being as coachable as you could be. And so being able to sit with that and observe it and say, all right, I have to show up in a different way. Because same thing with sales and marketing. And I know this because, yeah, in all the other MLM, affiliate marketing and things that I did, it's a very different way of approaching people. And that's what was irking me as well. It was all the secrecy. Like,
yes,
I don't do secrecy. I don't do fake shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm upfront. I'm blunt.
I love it.
And I need that. Yeah, this is what it is. You like it, you don't like it, all good. You like it,
That's right.
Let's continue. You don't like it, it's all good.
That's fine. Move on.
I'm still gonna be
exactly.
going my way. You know, and I found that so beautiful. And it is, look, it can be incredibly challenging. I struggle as well with the vulnerability, because the way I grew up in Europe, you know, is there is no time for being vulnerable. There is no time for being emotional. It's survival mode. It's tough shit. You don't get up, you're not gonna eat. So there is no time for that, you know, being in the feminine and being la la la. It's like, no. We don't show vulnerability to people, because they could use that and hurt us. They could use the vulnerability to their advantage. And mind you, this is a massive work that I had to do, because throughout my life, especially with relationships, that's been one of my major issues. Me being completely blunt and honest, putting my heart out, and then those vulnerability being used like a weapon against me. And you know, putting myself out online, even though, yes, I am comfortable public speaking, and I've done, you know, I've been on the stage my whole life doing acting and all sorts of stuff. But I can promise you, I shit myself every time I have to go on.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
I need to actually get the shaking out, baby. And yeah, especially with the vulnerable stuff that I don't necessarily want to share, but I know, and this has been part of the journey, you know, how I was 10 years ago, and the people that I listened to, the books that I read made a massive difference into my life. And so, again, we're not here to play small. We are here to make a contribution, and we're all so unique. And even though, if we look at the universe, how immense the universe is, we're so tiny, but we're such a part important of the tapestry. Because if you take that one, you know, string out of the tapestry, then the tapestry doesn't look the same.
Yeah, it's completely different.
And it is completely different. And what are you looking forward to for the rest of the year?
Just growing on what I already know and being the student, because there's so much more I need to learn. And I say this all the time, and I had a conversation with someone the other day. It's like, I heard this somewhere. I can't remember who, whether it's online or a video or whatever, but always showing up as the student and asking, what do I need to learn from this? Or what is there here for me to learn? And I think
Amazing.
that really stuck in my mind. That feels really deep. And I think I might even carry that into next year, because I really I just want to connect and help as many people as possible. That's you know, at the end of the day, it's a heavy cross to bear, because helping people, particularly being a card reader, like you hold a very high responsibility when you read cards for someone, because you can really change their trajectory of where they go and how they view things. And sometimes it feels
100%.
heavy, but I know
100%.
every day I just get up and I go, no, I'm in service to others. I don't understand what this is, but I keep, despite how much life knocks me on my ass, I still keep showing up and going, okay, today's a new day. I got to do it.
Yeah.
I have no
Amazing.
choice.
Amazing.
So,
I want to ask you one more thing,
mm,
and then we're gonna wrap it up.
okay.
Because I know that, you know, one of the best things that I love about this business is the simplicity of the step-by-step and automation that we've got. So can you share just a little bit of the magic that happened with the building of your team? Because now you got multiple teams, and this happened within 1 month.
I know. It was very fast. It happened quickly. But it just goes to show that when you're ready to be a student, the teacher appears. And although I love the idea of building a team, because I want to keep doing it, I want to share this opportunity with as many people as possible, because I want to change their life. Now, I know for a fact that the girl that brought on, we didn't know each other very long, but she saw something within me that allowed me to shine my light and to inspire her. And now she's kicking goals. She's actually outranking me at the moment. And I love that. We had a conversation yesterday, and I was like, you're outranking me, and this is great because I can learn from you. And she's really teaching me a lot about myself, because I didn't know I was capable of that, but yet here the evidence shows is that I am. So I'm looking forward to continuing to build upon my skills, continuing to be a student and absorb as much wisdom as I can from my team, including yourself, including Tanya, and just observing on how, and listening to that calling, right? Because you can get so caught up in, I need to do this, I need to do that. But what is pulling me? What is my heart guiding me toward? And really trying to listen into that. That excites me more, that I'm able to do that with the financial flexibility that this business can offer and has been offering me, which has been beautiful.
And the momentum, once you get the momentum, oh my God, that
Oh,
is sexy.
spicy.
I
I love it. I can't wait.
love it.
This is what I'm aiming for. I'm aiming for living a life on my terms, and nothing's going to stop me because I've seen it. I can't unsee it, and it's going to happen. That's it.
Amazing.
Mm.
Beautiful. V, thank you so much for joining me and sharing
Thank you
about
for having
yourself.
me. Thank you.
So much looking forward to, just grow in so many ways and grow our relationship as well and bring more amazing souls with us in this fabulous journey. And
Absolutely.
I hope this was helpful and for everyone and you got something, even if it's just one thing out of this. That's all really we want. And to bring
Mm.
you value and to as well, this was also to get to know us better and who you're watching. And so thank you. God bless everyone. Have a magnificent week. And
Thank
yeah,
you so
chat soon.
much.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.